Good morning. Hi, it's 10:30 a.m. here on the East Coast. I'm Raleigh Brown. I welcome you to another curve flattening concert, and or whatever this is anymore. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the nature of the curve these days. It's a little confusing anymore. I see Steve Edelman is here, and Steve DeHaas, and Pam Zappardino, and Warren and Janelle, and Rhonda Scott Merrick, and Donna Greenberg, and Linda Pasqua Blaze, and Margot Lemieux, and Ken Nashiff. Here's to all you guys. I clink you. I have many of your requests, which I will fulfill. And Howard Hobbs and Heidi McClure. Good to see you, Heidi and Jerry. Looking forward to seeing you guys in a few weeks in 3 dimensions. And that's that bunch who is here so far. Jeanette Pasqua. Hi, Jeanette. And Michael Anthony Wood is also music for Winfield packing. Michael is packing a little early, but I guess it's almost land rush time in Winfield. And Bob McKenna is in Chelsea in New York City. Deb Leiby Clark is probably in Ambler, PA. And Mark Steele is out there in New Jersey somewhere, I believe in David Arthur Radcliffe. So this first one actually was requested generally by David Arthur and also by others. They wanted some Hoagie Carmichael. And I'm always happy to do a Hoagie Carmichael song or 2 or 3. Jay Peterson is there from Minneapolis, and Donna Bergman from Sarasota, one of my favorite cities, even though it's in Florida. Kathy Marzik is here, and she's going to listen as she rides. Well, Forked Deer is coming up, so that'll keep you moving, I hope. And Mike Verbick and Debbie Moore. So, and Big Dan Daniel, hi Biggie, and Terry St. James up there in Montreal. Got a good bunch of folks here, and so we'll get it rolling here. I got a place in the sunny Southland. It's near to the Mississippi shore. Way down by the Delta, where you'll find old Dixie's door. If your heart longs to love the Southland and magnolia trees galore, hang your hat up, man, in New Orleans, and you'll never wish for more. If you've never seen a quaint old southern city, come to New Orleans. If you haven't seen that town, boy, it's a pity, 'cause there ain't nothing like New Orleans. It will remind you of old-fashioned lace. A glass of wine will greet your smiling face. And if you've never seen a dark-eyed girl like mine, boys, then you're right in New Orleans. It will remind you of old-fashioned lace. A glass of wine will greet your smiling face. And if you ever see a dark-eyed girl like mine, boy, then you're right in it, right in New Orleans. That's New Orleans by Hoagy Carmichael. Let me do a little catching up at saying hello here. Michael Tierson stopped in, and Leonard Augustine, and Lauren Payne is here, and Kathy Marzik I said, and Donna Bergman I said, and Kate Petrella is here, and Cozy Sheridan. Hi, Cozy. And all these guys, Michelle Lamb, who is my niece-in-law, niece of some kind, and my niece, you're just my niece. And John Rossi's here, and Jen Lloyd from out there somewhere in the Great West. I met Jen in Colorado, but I think she lives in Arizona. Is that right? And Debbie Moore. Who am I missing here? Donna Greenberg. Mike Miller is here. Margot Lemieux, did I say hi to you? Aretta Wauk, I forget immediately. Zappardino, Pam Zappardino. Okay, hello everybody. So Ken Nashif had a request, and he actually asked me to talk a little about my late friend Steve Mann. So I'll play you a Steve Mann song, and I'll tell you a little bit of the story of what happened. In the 70s, I lived, here's a picture of Steve and me playing. In the 70s, I lived in San Francisco, and I started to hear people play these great guitar arrangements, and I'd say, wow, where did you get that? Did you make that up? And they'd say, oh, no, that's a Steve Mann arrangement, Steve Mann. And so I kept asking about this guy. It turned out that he had disappeared years before, and they all thought he was in Camarillo, the state mental institution. He had had a kind of psychotic break at some point and had just disappeared. So for years, I eventually found old tapes, and then I even found an album of Steve that was called Live at the Ash Grove. And then Blue Goose Records, which was Nick Pearl's label, put out an LP of his called Elephant Song and Cow Cow Blues. So there was a bunch of like old tapes of him, and there was one studio album which eventually came out on CD called Straight Life. And so he was this mythic figure in my sensibility from, 1974 until 2005. And all that time, nobody knew if he was alive. Nobody knew if he still existed. So finally, my friend Chris Reach was visiting at Thanksgiving one year, and he said, hey, he worked for Elderly Instruments in Lansing, Michigan. He said, hey, we got a record in that has a new cut by Steve Mann on it. So he brought it out, and we listened to it, and it was, it was okay. But just the fact that Steve Mann was alive was amazing. So we got on the interwebs, and we found the woman who was looking after Steve. Her name was Janet Smith, a wonderful woman. And I got in touch with her, and not to make the story too long, I ended up going out to San Francisco a couple weeks later to meet Steve and spent a week with him. He was a wonderful guy. He was schizophrenic, but he was on medications, and sometimes he was there with you and sometimes he wasn't, but a very sweet guy. And we did a concert together with 3 or 4 other people. And at the end of the week, I came back home, and a couple years later, Janice, my late wife, wanted to meet Steve also, so we went out again. And that's when this picture was taken. And we also took a bunch of video then, and all that video is up on YouTube now. There are 3 fairly long video clips, like an hour long, maybe less, I can't remember now, of video we took of Steve while I was out there and me playing with him. And that's what Ken saw and asked about Steve. So he was just a brilliant guitar player and a good human being as well. So I'm going to play you one of my favorite Steve Mann arrangements. I'm going to get rid of the Steve Mann picture for now. You can see the actual guitar here. So this is an arrangement of a Blind Lemon Jefferson song called The Prison Cell Blues, which Steve totally reinvented in a much incredibly hip style. And Charlie Koch is here, and Terry Linder, and Bunny Barnes, and Dave Fry can't be here because he's on the radio, drat. And I think I said hi to most everybody else. I'll keep checking back. So, the Prison Cell Blues. I'm getting tired of sleeping in this low down and lonesome prison cell. You know I would not be in this condition if it had not have been for a girl named Nell. Well, I walk the floor and I just can't eat a bite. She used to be my rider, but she just would not treat me right. You know, I look into the mirror, all I see is the blues staring into space. All this cocaine and reefer just will not touch my weary case. And I asked that jail keeper, I said, Governor, please take a few days off of my time. He said, you're lucky, long-timer, you did not get that cold 99. Yes, I asked that jail keeper, please take a few days off of my time. He said, you're lucky, long-timer, that you did not get that lifetime. The Prison Cell Blues, a la Steve Mann. And, you know, during those years between the 70s and when Steve reemerged, you know, I kind of had this dream of rediscovering this mythic figure, and the dream came true. It was a really wonderful thing. Rusty Luthi is here, and seeing if I'm missing anybody else here. Terry Linder, I think I said hi to you. Jeanette Hubner, hi Jeanette. And Carol Pred. Now, Heart and Soul is, I can't remember if I do that one or not, Carol. Okay, so we will move on here. So I'll do one more, and then I'll do announcements, and then I will do several more after that. I'm here for the duration, folks. Although some of you may have noted on my page, my TV died last night, and I have to go buy a new TV because, you know, I'm here all by myself. Sometimes I really need a distraction. Oh, you know what? I'm not doing this guitar yet. Hang on. I confused myself. So this is the second Hoagie Carmichael song of the day, and this one was requested by Carol Pratt, I do believe. The Nearness of You by Hoagie Carmichael. Now I will change guitars. So some announcements. Hello to the Invisibles if you guys are here. I think Kit Sarikaku is probably still asleep in her little bed, in her little COVID bed, COVID quarantine bed on Oahu. And but Kate Mack and Linda Worster and Judith Fox might be here, and Mike Stillman and Invisible Rubenstein and Mario Prue and Joel Biget. Those are all the Invisibles I remember right now. So hello to you guys. As usual, there is a link here if you'd like to leave a little something. 2 links, one for Venmo, one for PayPal. And you can copy those down anytime during the concert. In fact, you could have them tattooed on your forehead if you like. There's no extra charge for that. And we did Invisibles. I did PayPal. So I'm on again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. That's the next one I know about. And then Tuesday morning, our guests here today, Cozy and Charlie, will be on at 10:30 Eastern Time. And that's always a joy, getting to hear Cozy and Charlie do their thing. They're hopefully a little bit more rested after a very busy summer. Those guys have been on the move, and I think they still have more stuff to do before the year is out. Cozy says donations for Raleigh's new TV. Yeah, that's what it's for. So I'm on tomorrow at 3. Cozy and Charlie are on Tuesday at 10:30. Don't miss it. Go to Cozy Sheridan's page to tune in. I will be on again Wednesday at 3. And Alex, I don't know if you have, I saw that you're here. I don't know if you have any plans of streaming. If you do, you could let us know right now, or you could send me a message and I'll announce it tomorrow and Wednesday. So Alex often does a live stream. Alex Bevan, we're talking about here, does a live stream on Thursdays at 3:30, I think, Eastern Time. The old memory isn't what it used to be. Okay, that's all the announcements I can think of. This is a song by our good friend Susie Burke. I am walking down this highway, and I don't care where I'm bound. There's a voice inside me, and it keeps on singing. Boy, keep moving, don't turn around. The heat is rising off the pavement. The sweat is rolling down my spine. But I'm willing, I'll keep moving, 'cause I'm trusting I'm gonna find higher ground, higher ground. You're gonna lift me up, nothing's gonna hold me down. I hear the singing, I hear the sound. Love is calling me to higher ground. Now my soul, it's been etched with heartache, just like everyone I know. And I carry all of it with me. And sometimes I know it shows. Some days it is my armor. Some days it is my crown. But believe me, soon I will be free. Crown or armor, I'm gonna lay it down on higher ground, higher ground. Gonna lift me up, nothing's gonna hold me down. I hear the singing, I hear the sound. Love is calling me to higher ground. Now maybe you've got a heartache, maybe you hurt like me. Maybe you feel that tether and you're longing to be free. Take my hand and walk beside me. Don't look back, don't look down. Raise your eyes up and see what we found. wondering, no sense in asking why we're tested in our time. It's all just a mystery, it soon becomes our history. You've got yours, and I've got mine. When I find my piece of that holy heaven, I'm gonna fly it straight out like a banner from my heart. Then I'll tear it so I can share it. Will you come now and come and take your part on higher ground, higher ground? Gonna lift me up, nothing's gonna bring me down. I hear the singing, I hear the sound, love is calling me on higher ground. So, Higher Ground, written by Susie Burke, our dear friend. And I just talked to Susie a couple days ago. She's hanging in there. So, next up, we have Kathy Marsick requested this one. And it's a fiddle tune, and I have to, my disclaimer for this is that mostly these fiddle tunes are best when they're accompanied by a rhythm guitar. And I do not have a rhythm guitar, and I'm not a looper expert like my buddy Alex is. Maybe I should work on that some more. And so it is what it is. It's a solo version of the song Forked Deer, which is a great old traditional tune. I just realized I'm playing this in the wrong key. I'm going to move this capo down so I can reach all the notes in it, and then we'll just resume in the new key. Forked Deer, traditional fiddle tune, played solo guitar. Alex says excellent modulation. Yep, it's the capoization. So, so I'm going to do one more for you today. I want to thank you all for joining me, as I always do. I won't beat that dead horse anymore, but you know I appreciate you guys being here, and we have a nice time. It's a nice little crowd here today. Let's see if I missed anybody. I think S.A. Tudhope may have gotten here kind of late. Hi, S.A. She just had a birthday, and nice downshift, Mark Steele says. Okay. I think I said hi to everybody who should be said hi to. Linda Pasqua Blaze was responsible for requesting Higher Ground. I should mention that. And Renee Blaker, late but still here. So I'm going to do one more, and it's an original tune, and it's kind of out of season right now, but who cares? You know, I like playing it. And so that is how we will say goodbye today. On this Thanksgiving Eve, I'll load the stove with wood and warm my simple home with thoughts of brotherhood. I'll sit before the fire, give thanks for what has been, and drink a toast to those along the road who shared the life within. Out on the frozen field, a single lonely tune, a broken-hearted nightingale is singing at the moon. The world is growing inward as years keep moving on, and now I see the beauty in trees whose leaves have gone. These are the dimming years, the time to reminisce and feel that strange divide between contentment and loneliness, the turmoil of my younger years. It now has taken leave, enveloped in serenity on this Thanksgiving Eve. It's just an old guitar and me on this Thanksgiving Eve. So a couple other people showed up here. That's called On This Thanksgiving Eve, as you might guess. Jackie Tice. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you on YouTube there. And somebody else was there who I had not said hi to. If there is, I apologize. So, Be happy, be healthy, be brave and be calm, be kind, it's a snap. If you get cranky, take a nap. Thanks for showing up, you guys. I hope to see some of you tomorrow, and I will get out of here. See if I missed anybody. No, I think we got all of them.